Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today by supporting the Going In Raw Patreon. You can enjoy access to the live taping of the show, exclusive merchandise, and patron-only episodes, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description. Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And we're coming to you, our Backlash predictions. We don't really do, like, predictions episodes on their own.
Not very often. Maybe we'll start doing this.
I kind of like this. You know what? It's like, why bury it in something else? We got an open day. Let's do some predictions.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, first match, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
This is all based on, like on Wikipedia.
There's only 6 matches announced
so far. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to have more matches during the actual show.
Where's Baron Corbin? Are we going to get Baron Corbin versus Kalisto?
Not if Kalisto's still hurt.
Oh, is he legit injured?
Yeah, he's injured.
He's legit injured?
Yeah.
Pre-show, my opinion, it's going to be Baron Corbin versus the master of the soda can to the eye. What's his face?
Sin Cara?
Gotch.
Oh, Gotch.
The guy who sold it, yeah. No, I don't know who it's going to be. Sin Cara, he's on Raw.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin versus... Is Apollo Crews or anything?
No.
Baron Corbin versus Apollo Crews.
Okay.
That's going to be in there.
Okay.
I don't fucking know. We already had the go home show. 6 matches. What are they going to do for a pre-show? We still need another match and a pre-show.
We need 2 matches probably on the main show and then a pre-show match, yeah.
What is it going to be, a half-hour freaking pay-per-view? The hell?
It's going to be 2 hours, just like an episode of SmackDown.
There you go.
Anyways, let's talk about what I'm guessing would be the first match on the main card. The Usos take on the Hype Bro for the last spot in the match to determine the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Look, obviously this is a handicap match.
Yes.
Is there any way the Usos don't go on?
If Kurt Hawkins debuts to help out Zack Ryder, then it'll be a 2-on-2 match.
Can you imagine people coming to this video for the first time and we're talking about Zack? We're not talking about Mojo Rawley at all.
I know.
Anybody watching this for the first time, Steve has a theory.
Yeah.
And my theory is this. Mojo Rawley is actually just an imaginary friend of Zack Ryder's.
He is Zack Ryder's Tyler Durden.
He's Zack Ryder's Tyler Durden. He's everything Zack Ryder wants to be. Young, kind of doughy, doesn't give a shit about anything, has fun, parties a lot, endless energy. Doesn't care if he gets booked to job, doesn't care if he gets booked to win. He just has so much fun and has endless energy. And he always has friends over at his house.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Anyways, Usos win, right?
Usos win for sure.
Usos win.
Yeah. Are we thinking this? Okay. Fast forward. Usos win. American Alpha stops them from becoming the new tag champs.
No, I don't think. Well, we'll get to that. Let's get to that match.
Okay.
We're going through this in order.
Oh man, I gotta write this down.
Oh yeah, write it down.
Okay. Usos.
Yeah, we both say Usos.
Steve Larson. Okay.
Next, The Miz.
The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Oh, I say The Miz easily.
Oh yeah, Miz is going to retain.
Yeah.
And then after this, they could extend this feud till Survivor Series.
They need to. These are the only upper mid card guys there are.
Yes.
You know, it's like Apollo Crews obviously isn't the upper mid card now. Baron Corbin, I think he could be considered. I think they treat him like an upper mid carder.
Kind of.
But right now they're just sort of keeping him out of the way until they maybe want to do something else. Maybe they'll have him challenge The Miz. I don't
know if they'll do the heel versus heel thing. For
that's
the
a good point. No, that's a good point.
But there's no other upper mid card faces.
I know.
There isn't.
They need to do that. Let's see here. Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. I'm gonna. Who's gonna go on a limb? I'm gonna say Bray Wyatt's gonna win thanks to Luke Harper interference.
I was gonna say that. No, I'm gonna say Luke Harper shows up, but he swerves Bray Wyatt.
Swerves Bray. Does Randy win or does Bray win by DQ?
I think Randy wins.
Okay, Randy wins. Larson.
But that way
says Luke Harper.
But that way
for the extra point.
That way Bray's loss is protected because Luke Harper interferes.
Bray's loss is protected. I say that this continues on with Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper against Randy Orton because pitting Luke Harper against Bray Wyatt is just too weird right now.
But it is SmackDown.
It is SmackDown. Everything weird happens on SmackDown. So if it's going to happen, it's going to happen on SmackDown.
Well, it could only happen on SmackDown because that's the show they're on.
Oh, that's right. This isn't going to happen.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Luke Harper comes out. How about this? Luke Harper comes out, costs Bray Wyatt the match. The Bray-Randy feud continues, but Luke Harper is kind of playing the role Bray would have in terms of interfering in just everything.
Oh,
like Luke Harper tries to out-Bray Wyatt.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not necessarily Luke Harper versus Bray Wyatt going forward.
Yeah.
It's just Luke Harper messing with Bray Wyatt going forward.
I want them to
ultimately leading to that match.
I want them to repackage Luke Harper as like a college professor type character.
With just have the hair back in a ponytail.
Like Dean Douglas 2.0.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Trim the beard.
Yeah.
Ponytail.
And they refer to him as Professor Harper, but they never talk about how he was in the Wyatt family.
And while he was gone, he was getting his PhD.
Exactly, yeah.
He was in an accelerated PhD program.
So we're thinking Usos. The Usos are then going to take on Slater and Rhino. Steve says, Usos lose thanks to AA American Alpha.
I don't think we're going to see American Alpha.
I believe. Oh my God, are you kidding? Of course we are.
No,
absolutely. Why did you say no? It's SmackDown. They need people. They need stuff to happen.
I know, but I feel like the Usos are going to win because it gives them more heel heat to beat Slater, and they're going to continue the Slater storyline of him trying to get a contract.
All right,
that's what I'm saying. Usos go over. Usos are the first Usos are the first SmackDown Tag Team champions.
Smack Tag champions?
Yeah, I was going to say Smack Tag.
What do you think about them changing the name of the Raw Championship, Raw Tag belts to the Raw Tag Championship?
If they're going to call them the SmackDown Tag Championships, they got to call them the Raw.
I hated that they did that in the first place.
Yeah,
it's so annoying.
But it is what it is. That's what we get.
You roll with it. The Usos lose. Okay, so I think the Usos lose thanks to AA.
I'm saying the Usos win.
Usos win.
And then we have an Usos American Alpha storyline.
AA.
So the American Alpha can get the belts. Eventually.
Rhino does have to go on campaign, you'd think.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
he's got an election in 2 months.
On the other hand, TV is TV.
He'll still be on TV.
I know, but this is free advertisement for his campaign. Terrence
Richards. Terrence Richards, isn't it?
Richards?
Is it?
It's Guerin.
Oh, that's
Terrence
right.
Guerin.
One of his early wrestling names was Terry Richards, I think.
Terrence
Guerin.
I'll make sure. Yeah, Terrence Guido Guerin.
Check if he wrestled under Terry Richards.
Oh, that is his actual middle name. Guido's his actual middle name.
See if he wrestled under Terry Richards. I don't know if I'm right.
Yeah, he did. Terry Richards.
Okay.
And Rhino Richards. Interesting. Okay. Where were we?
Next, the Women's Six-Pack Challenge to crown the first SmackDown Women's Champion. Someone in one of our episodes this week asked us to not only predict who is going to win this match, but to offer the full breakdown. Who will be eliminated in what order?
Six-Pack Challenge. Oh, God. Who's going to be eliminated in what order? Shit, I don't know. Who's even in it?
We have Becky. We have Naomi. We have Natalya.
Okay, final two. I have no idea. Final two is going to be Becky Lynch. And, okay, I'm going to say this, dude. I'm going to say this. Final two versus Alexa Bliss. They're the final two.
I'm going to say the final two is Becky and Nikki. And maybe Carmella, after she's eliminated, comes in and costs Nikki the match.
Okay, so you say Becky Lynch says Larson.
But yeah, Becky wins, ultimately.
I say Alexa Bliss picks up the very first SmackDown Women's Championship. There's your heel win, and that's why you get your Slater moment with him and Rhino winning, and the kids are there and everything.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say. I mean, I'm setting myself to be completely destroyed here. But I like that.
Yeah.
I like
when we make different picks. When we make the same picks, it's boring.
Isn't Becky Lynch a lock to win, though?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I think she is.
They're setting her up to be a lock to win. I think they're gonna extend it a little bit longer.
That's why I think it's gonna be Becky and Nikki as the final two.
Yeah. Oh boy, I don't know.
Next, main event.
Dean Ambrose wins.
Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles.
Dean Ambrose wins, but he does so unclean.
I got to thinking about this more this morning.
Okay, let's hear your thoughts.
Is it in John Cena's character to interfere and cost someone a match?
Is it in John Cena's character?
Because that's traditionally a heel tactic.
It is.
But is that something John Cena would do?
Well, okay. It depends on.
See, if AJ had cheated to win the SummerSlam,
right,
you could justify it.
Yeah.
John Cena just lost.
Yeah.
So it makes him seem bitter if he came out to cost AJ that match.
You're right, because he lost clean. You know what really sucks too? is that now a John Cena heel turn would seem so underwhelming because he's on SmackDown.
I know.
And everything gets so thin, and he didn't have the entire roster to run through.
Yeah.
You know? You're right.
Not to say they won't do it, because they probably will or could.
Cena's got to be. Is Cena in town?
I don't know.
Is Cena around?
I mean, he's been wrestling in...
He's been wrestling dark
matches, so he is, to a certain degree, traveling with them. Or do we get... no, that won't happen.
It's the only thing that makes sense, though, because they're not going to have AJ job cleanly.
I wouldn't think so.
And they're not going to have Dean Ambrose cheat.
The only thing I thought of was maybe Daniel Bryan or Shane helping one of them, but I don't see that happening.
Shane's not going to do shit because Daniel's like, yeah, that's not going to happen. Shane's got to take on Lesnar, so he's got to be a face. It'd be great if Shane went like Triple H 2000 and had like a freaking sledgehammer wherever he went. If I knew that Brock Lesnar was like pissed off at me, I'd carry a sledgehammer everywhere I went. That'd be scary though. What if he took it away from me and used it on me?
You're picking Dean?
I don't know, man. I think Dean definitely comes out with the belt. But they can't have
AJ lose.
You'd think they
clean.
Can. Yeah. AJ loses via Cena interference. That's the only way it's got to be. That's what I'm saying. Cena interferes, but he interferes in a way that
is it more of a distraction as opposed to actually.
Oh, he's not going to get physically involved. He'll throw AJ off his game. Now let me ask you this: has this been decided yet?
No.
When will it be decided?
What time does the pay-per-view start?
5, I think, 6, something like that.
4:15 on Sunday afternoon.
I'll say by 2 they'll have it. They'll give them a couple hours.
How many matches are we different
on? Let's see. Samesies, different. We're only the same on Usos versus Hype Bro.
All right, I feel good about my other picks. I'll say AJ wins.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Dean's championship run has been, by every measure, a disappointment.
You know what them boys over at What Culture do? They put stakes on the line.
All right.
They do like humiliation shit. I don't know if I could do that. I couldn't do that.
How about instead of...
I'm not that kind of guy.
How about instead of doing stuff like that, like if whoever comes out in the short end has to eat something disgusting. Not like...
That sounds horrible.
No, but like...
I'm not going to eat pineapple.
No, like a fast food item that's just really gross.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I'm trying to lose weight. What do you think of some steaks?
Money.
I put actual money on it. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Anyways, that's our Backlash predictions.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, we're all over the map.
How about this? Let's take a guess on how they're going to fill out this card because it seems a little thin.
I think you add one more match to it. Corbin versus whom? Baron Corbin versus Apollo Crews.
That makes sense.
Who goes over in our imaginary match? I say Baron goes over.
Yeah, I think he does.
Crews losing actually gives him somewhat of a storyline because then he's like, oh man, nobody knows my name. I'm losing to Baron Corbin. What am I even doing? Crisis of confidence for Apollo Crews.
I'm still waiting for them to do that story.
Anybody else? Who else is on the roster?
You'd
think we'd have like some sort of like a pre-show tag match.
Yeah, they still could.
They still could.
Were there any storylines they were kind of developing during?
What about Kane?
Yeah, Kane needs to wrestle somebody.
Kane versus.
They're gonna bring out a jobber.
It's gonna be some silly jobber. Last week it was Fandango. Hey, what about this? Well, Tyler Breeze is like in Dubai or something. Yeah. He's way out there. Kane versus, because I would have think. Oh, what about this? Actually, Kane versus Fandango.
Okay.
Because last week it was just him dancing around.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up my brand draft.
Who do you see winning Kane versus Fandango? Steve and Larson both say Kane.
Let's see who is not on the card.
Who?
The Ascension.
The Ascension versus the Vaudevillains.
There you go. That's a pre-show match.
Pre-show. We're booking this shit. Hopefully they're paying attention because I know they haven't decided anything yet. Ascension versus my only lock. You're saying AJ? I'd say my only lock is Dean retains.
I don't think there's a whole lot of locks on this card. I think Becky is.
Usos going on is a lock.
Oh yeah, that's a lock. Usos winning to get to the actual title match.
You don't think Dean is a bigger lock than Becky? Really?
No.
That field is so crazy. The six-pack challenge is a crazy field.
I know, but Dean has been such an awful champion. Not awful, mediocre.
You think that stopped them from keeping that? But I know, but they book him so strong. They book him so strong, and he's so over. Ascension versus who? Vaudevillains?
Yeah.
Villains pre-show. Main card.
Just imagine how strong AJ would look in 2 consecutive pay-per-views, beating Cena and beating Dean. And remember, if rumors are true,
Vince loves AJ.
And he was supposed to be the first Universal Champion when the belt was going to be on SmackDown.
Ooh.
So I don't know if this.
But in my heart, I want him to get the belt at No Mercy.
I do too. I want him to have the belt at some point at No Mercy. God, I'd prefer for him to win it there when we're there, but he can defend it there. That's fine too.
Oh boy, that could be really exciting.
AJ wins.
That could be really exciting for us.
What?
Talk about it off camera.
Okay.
Let's see here. Okay, that's our Backlash predictions.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a full show. We just booked the rest of the card. So if you got, it'd be crazy if we got these right.
I know.
Like this, the rest of the booking right.
I know.
It'd be insane. All right. Anyway, that's our Backlash predictions. Let us know what you guys think in the comments, and be sure to subscribe and like and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.